Hello, namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena and today I will discuss about how does a firewall work. In today's world, cyber criminals are using different type of attacks and we are also using different type of network, multiple devices, okay, and firewall plays a very crucial role, a cornerstone in the network security. Why we need it and what exactly firewall does, this we need to understand, and in today's session I will discuss about all this. So let's start today's session. For example, we have a network, okay. In this picture you can see this side is the network where multiple servers and devices, wireless devices, that can there can be the IoT devices, bring your own devices, multiple kind of devices inside it. And here is the internet, clear, and definitely we need to access internet, we need to access other networks as well, and due to the public network, this is the public network, so it is accessible to everyone, it is accessible for cyber criminals as well, okay. So when we are interacting with this network, for example, here is our devices, say routers and the firewalls, and we are accessing the outside world, and something which in this perimeter, we can say this is boundary of our network, where we have some crucial information, very important information which we don't want to share with anybody, okay. And we also having the resources of our company, whether that's web server, application servers, router switches, or the other endpoint devices, okay. So hackers always using want to use the resources of the end user or the company's resources for their own purpose, for their own making the money, or just creating the botnets so that they can use all these infected devices to perform the attacks. Yeah. So here is we need certain device or software which can help to differentiate the traffic. It can be legitimate traffic, okay, and the malicious traffic. And how just we come to know, yes, this is the legitimate traffic and this is the malicious traffic? Then we need some rule regulations, okay, and firewall exactly providing all these things. It can be hardware based, a separate device, or we can say box for performing all these tasks, or it can be software based, okay. So software based, hardware based, and it can be virtualization based as well. We can also implement on a server where all these tasks performed by the this particular virtual machine, clear. So here what we can do, traffic that is just passing through the network, we need to identify this is the malicious type of traffic or not. Either we can each and every packet which is passing over the network, there are some IP addresses, there are some ports, there are some destination addresses, source addresses, or there can be services, applications. On the base of these things we can differentiate the traffic which is legitimate or not, okay? Or on the behavior of the traffic. For example, we have the user, or at the remote locations we are having the users, here are the users, they need to access the company network, okay. So as per the user identity, who are our company's employee, what are their IP addresses, or what VPN they will use to connect with our network, clear, or at what time they will connect, clear, what will be the geographical location to connect, all these things we can use to categorize the traffic, users, or what type of applications, even on the, at the base of the applications as well. Certain type of applications we are allowing to have access on our network, or we are even giving the access. For example, here are the certain group of user in our company, and we want at the during the business hour, we don't want to give access on the Facebook chat. Clear? So even at the granular level, we can block a certain network, IP address, domain, clear, on the specific port number, services, applications, clear, or even in the particular website, a certain level of the functionality we can also block with the help of the firewall. Okay, firewall we can implement on the at the perimeter of our network, on the boundary of network, which will just play like a gatekeeper. It will check each time the set of rule we have implemented against all these set of rule, if the traffic will match, and what the actions we have to we need to apply on that one. For example, certain kind of torrent, for example, we don't want to allow in our network. Okay, so if the torrent kind of traffic will come, then they will just block it. Clear? So we can just differentiate the traffic, and when what the actions we set for that, whether that's allowed or denied. So as per that action, when they will find, yes, this certain traffic I can allow, so they will allow. If deny, then they will just drop that traffic. Okay, or observe the traffic and can generate the logs for it. So it can be implemented on the boundary of our network, or it can be implemented on the servers, it can be implemented on the PCs. So on the end devices, we are, when implementing it, it's a host based firewall. Okay, and we are implementing on the network level, it is on the network based firewall. So when we are implementing on the network, or even a firewall, we can implement on the certain part of the network as well. For example, we have a server, web server, and a certain web server, we want external users who are here over the internet, they can have access on our web server. Okay, so web server is here, when they want, we want to give access to them, and whatever the traffic will pass through with to that segment of our network, we want to observe, we want to filter it out, we can also place firewall at that level. Okay, for example, say we are saying only HTTP type of traffic, or HTTPS traffic, or SSH type of traffic we are allowing, not all the rest. We are not allowing ICMP traffic. Ping is not allowed. In if the security is very high, and if you will try to ping a website, they will saying, okay, reply will not come. But when in the browser we will access that server, that web server, then definitely we would be able to access it, because certain set of rules implemented on that one, this traffic is allowed, or certain even in the ICMP packet ping when we will do, and we exceed the limit to the size of that packet, then they will also drop it, because that's a violation of the rule which implemented on the firewall. Yeah, so firewall work on the certain rules, set of coding, or we can say rules we have defined. If they will say yes, pass, then it will just pass the traffic. If deny the traffic, and it's depend upon what type of traffic we want, either inbound or outbound. We can implement the both of the sides, inbound traffic and outbound traffic as. So it is so awesome, and nowadays the firewalls, it's just not only the firewall, they are playing very important role. Different kind of functionality they included in the firewall, that's next generation. I will discuss about all these things about the next generation firewall in the another session. Okay, and share that session with your friends and group members as well, so that they will be able to understand what exactly is firewall, where they can implement what type of firewalls, and how it work and why we need a firewall. Okay, and in the next session I will discuss first of all, follow me on the cybersecurity prism and get the notification for the next interesting and informative session. And in the next session I will discuss about what is COVID framework. It's very interesting, and just be ready for this session. Namaste, see you in the next session.